Andrea, let's go! Oh my god, I actually am in love with this.
You ready to get drunk?
Am I ready to get drunk?
Yes, we are. Are you guys ready to get drunk? So Marguerite, what are your plans after high school?
Probably gonna take a gap year. I'm not sure yet.
Ooh, okay.
Hi, Jade.
Jade, okay. What college are you going to? We're talking about college.
I don't really know, but something with like fun parties.
Okay, like a party school. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. What about you, Gracie?
Did you see Anthony's story?
Oh, yeah, I think he's at the basketball game in the school. Yeah? Should we go?
He's a
Wait, let's go!
I don't know. Slow down. Guys, but we're all drunk right now. Like, we can't.
Not that much, though.
Like, we
can't
are high than drunk, really.
Okay, but Jade hasn't even.
be honest
She
with
hasn't even drinking that much.
Yeah.
Ready? Nose goes.
I do this all the time. It's really not that big of a deal.
Okay, fine. Show us then. Okay, walk in a straight line.
go.
Yeah, wait.
Walk.
I want to get it on. Wait, I want to record it. Walk in a straight line. But wait, take a shot before.
Yes. Yeah, that'll get. Yeah, really okay.
That'll help you. Wait. Hold it in. Circle. 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 Yeah, no, she'll be fine. Okay, go. Walk in the line.
Walk in the line. You got this.
Here we go.
Shit. It's okay. It's okay.
That's pretty good though.
Not hit your Susie. Yes. Okay. Here we go.
Oh my God, Jade, is that yours? Well, that's very true.
Well, it's okay. Look, it starts. It's great. That's the motto. Cheers. See you, bitches. What is going on? Chug! Look at the road now! Oh my God!
Wait, look at the road. Don't. Wait, do you want some more? Let's start.
That was such a good game, guys, right?
Yeah, okay, we almost lost, but it was okay. So what happened to your shoes anyway?
I threw them in the crowd.
Well, that was a really good game, though.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
They score really well.
I guess,
Can't believe Karsten missed that layup, though.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
That looked lame. So what's with the pom-poms?
Oh.
Yeah. He's the next varsity cheerleader. Why bet, yeah. That's so weird.
Hey! Great game! That's good! Yeah!
Do you guys want to go get some food?
Yeah!
Do you have anywhere you want to go?
What about Chipotle?
That sounds like a good idea.
We'll get beach house after.
Yeah.
Sure.
That sounds good.
We'll see you guys there?
Yeah, we'll meet you there.
Okay.
What's the one that we're getting into? The one by beach house?
Oh shit. My phone.
No. Oh, it's okay. I got it.
I'm super hungry right now. The game is so... Yo.
We're good.
There's a car coming. There's a car coming. Yo.
911 speak back. Aldo.
Please, you need to send someone right now. There's a car crash.
What is the address of the crossings of the emergency?
I'm not coming to the high school.
How many vehicles are involved?
Stay away.
Okay, colors for two.
You're okay.
Is anybody trapped or injured?
Yeah, there's blood everywhere on the cars.
You guys, help us over here!
Do you see any airbags deployed?
Yeah, everybody, people are really, really hurt. And my best friends are in there. Please hurry.
Okay, we're gonna get them up over to you as soon as we can. Okay, Russell.
Are you okay, you guys?
There's a traffic unit fighting a traffic collision with major injuries on Pontus
Dude,
Reservoir.
what did they do? Oh my god! Why did they do that? They're gonna get you, alright?
Stay with you.
I hear this! I hear it! I hear it!
You're trying not to come.
Over here! Over here!
Help him. You gotta help him. You okay?
No!
Just wait right here. You gotta help him, man. Come on. Okay, someone. CVS in route. We have major injuries. Hey, help him. Come on, you gotta help him.
Just to be advised, we have one confirmed 1144.
It wasn't her fault!
We were just trying to have fun. I don't know what happened.
You don't know what happened?
No, I'm so sorry. We were just driving and then we were coming back to school from the party and I didn't mean to hurt them. Are they okay in there?
They're injured, okay?
Okay.
So tell me exactly what happened.
We were at a party and I was the most okay.
Okay.
And then they said if I could drive, so I did, and it was really bad.
How much do you have to drink?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
The first thing I want you to do,
Yeah.
you're gonna stand with your hands down by your side and your feet together just like this, okay?
Okay.
Now with your eyes and your eyes only, I want you to follow and pick them up behind you, okay? This is serious. All right, Jaden, right now I'm placing you under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence, okay?
Be able to squeeze my hands? Squeeze both of them, hard as you can. Yeah. A 17-year-old male. He was involved in a head-on traffic collision. He was one of 4 occupants in the vehicle.
Do you know what month it is? February. So
This is Ryan, 17 years old. He was one of 4 occupants in a fatal traffic collision.
Take a big breath for me.
the doctor's going to order some pain medicine. I will get that for you. We'll get your head cleaned up, and I'm sure your parents will be arriving shortly, okay?
Okay, all right, so we're going to start by assessing his airway, breathing, and circulation. Dr. E, how are you doing? What's your name? Anthony. Anthony?
All right, so I'll go get that medicine for you. In the meantime, if you need anything, just use your call light to call me, okay? Just continue it. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dr. E. So we did a CT scan of his head and neck. Basically, he has a large epidural hematoma, which is a bleed that's secondary to a skull fracture that he sustained and is pressing up against his brain. We're going to talk to our neurosurgeons, but even under the best possible circumstances, if he were to have this bleed drained out, it is likely that he's going to still have a lot of side effects from this accident. Here, have a seat.
Have you seen them?
So we did take care of Isabel in the emergency department, and
There were women in the car.
let me explain what happened. So when Isabel came into the emergency department, she had what we call a mangled extremity. which means that her right lower leg was completely crushed. The option at this point would be an amputation.
On behalf of the Cardenas family, I would like to thank each of you for being here today, being in attendance today as we remember Ana Fernanda Cardenas, who passed away on February 28th, 2019. As noted by today's attendance, Anafer's life intersected and impacted many. Her life gives evidence to a skillful creator written about in this personalized version of Psalm 139. God, you made all the delicate inner parts of Anafer's body and knit her together in her mother's womb. Thank you for making Anafer so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. You watched this daughter, this sister, granddaughter, and friend as she was being formed in utter seclusion. As Anafer was woven together in the dark of the womb, you saw Anafer before she was born, and every day of her life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out for Anafer before a single day of her life had passed. What a beautiful passage this is, and it reminds us that while our lives are filled with the uncertainties of tomorrow, and as heartbreaking as Anafer's passing was, we can find peace in the knowledge that God knew Anafer before her birth, and her passing did not take her Creator by surprise. As we look at Anafer's life, we can go on about her accomplishments. ASB Vice President. She was a cheerleader for 8 years and was Silver Summit champion. Overall, a great student, always on the honor roll, very active in her community, working at the library and with the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, where she impacted many, many lives. Ana Fernanda, her friends called her Anafer. Super energetic young woman with a huge smile that was evident everywhere she went. As a cheerleader, she cheered on friends and families and teammates and those that she was supporting for 8 years in that way. Now, she was on the honor roll, but as her mom said, she was having too much fun to be in the top 10. Just the honor roll, just enough. And her friends said she was a little extra when it came to parties, sending thousands of emails to her friends with all of the plans and what time they're meeting and what they're supposed to wear and confirming addresses and times and all that stuff. And she loved to have sleepovers and invite everyone to get together at her home and have her mom drive everyone to school the next day. One time there were so many people at the house they had to take 3 cars to get everyone to school because Anna loved to get all of her friends together like that, Anafer. I believe that when we lose someone like Anafer, it causes us to look at our own lives, and we realize that we have no idea how long we have left on this earth. So while we're here, let's make the most of it. Let us be known for our laughter. Let us be known for our encouragement for others. Let us be known for occasionally being a little extra. Let us be known for our kindness. Let us be known for our generosity. Let us be known for our love for our friends. And now I'd like to invite Chet Hecht, who's a mentor of Anafer's and a family friend.
Good morning. Anna Fernanda, or Annifer as her friends call her, was a happy, intelligent, kind, 16-year-old young woman. She loved her parents and she loved her sister Aunt Isabel. She was a good and loyal friend. She loved school. She was the ASB class vice president, and she loved being on varsity cheer. Annifer made her mark in a lot of ways at Palm Desert High School. We'd go to watch the football game. Annifer was on the cheer box. We'd go to back to school night. Annifer was there to show us which way to go. She'd show up at float building, and she was there working hard. She was there helping out all the volunteers. One thing that these things had in common, though, she was always there with a smile, and she was always there with a warm greeting. So we're here today because we're not going to see her in those places anymore. We're not going to get the opportunity to do that anymore. Her life was snatched away in a careless moment. In a moment where one of the most dangerous things that alcohol gets us to believe is that, don't worry about it, you're okay to drive. Or it'll be fine, you're okay to get in the car. Well, this time that didn't happen. It wasn't fine. Death is an eventual certainty for all of us, but nobody ever expects that it's going to happen this way. Nobody ever expects it's going to happen to one of our friends, and nobody ever expects it's going to happen to our daughter or to our sister. So in closing, I'll just say this. If you want to honor Annifer's life, the next time something like this comes up, though it might be hard to say no, say no. I want you to think about today. I want you to think about Annifer's family and her friends and the way people felt today. You can honor her by saying no. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Trish, and I am, and I will always be, Annifer's Aunt Trish. Thank you for being here this morning. How Annifer would have adored this today. All of this love and all these people gathered together just for her. Annifer loved the stage, and here she is, right at the center of it. Annifer was truly beautiful inside and out. You could feel her energy when she was near. She was 16, bubbly, outgoing, vivacious, funny, and just simply like no other. She planned her future well, to become a successful woman, a mother with a big family, to travel around the world, and have lots of quality time with her family and her friends. She made a lot of friends. Annifer really had it all. An accomplished student and cheerleader, she was beautiful, smart, warm, and caring. She would have been deciding this summer which universities to attend, either in California or in other states or abroad, who knows. She would have followed her passion for the big things in life. She shared a close relationship with her parents and her sister. As a family, they went on many trips, and there are tons and tons of photos to prove how much fun they all had. Our dear Annifer has slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God. She leaves a huge emptiness in the hearts of all of us who loved her, many who were her friends, and even more who just had a glimmer of her through our family. Annifer, I know you will have fun wherever you are. You will be the center of it all. You will be in our hearts every second of every day. Our bond is forever.
Okay.
Come on up here. All right. What's your name?
Jade.
Jade, have you been here before?
No, never.
Why are you here?
I was drinking and I drove my friends to school.
You were drinking and driving?
Yeah, and I
How old
think
are
I
you?
hurt someone. I'm 18 years
18.
old.
Underage drinking?
Yeah.
All right. You search all your pockets. You don't have any needles, any knives, nothing like that, right?
No, not at all.
They checked the dirty gallon bag, the gallon whatever.
Lean forward. Same thing with the other side. All right, Jade, when these cuffs come off, I need you to place your hands on the counter and continue looking forward. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
I can't hear you. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, I do.
Thank you. Left hand on the counter.
Okay. Do you know how much longer I'll be here?
We don't know. This will get through this process first, okay? All right, Jade, this is where your property going to sign down here.
Okay.
Data as well.
Is there any way I could call my mom?
You'll get a phone call. She's not right now. Okay, let's put your hands behind your back. Look straight up at the camera. Alright, and turn to your left. Face forward. Move your hair away from your face, please. Hands behind your back. And there you go. All right, I'm going to take your fingerprints. Leave that hand behind your back. Just relax your hand. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the next. All right, these are yours. Take these, hold them with both hands. Turn to your left. You're going to follow that yellow line. I'm going to take you to the back. We're going to get you dressed out.
Okay.
All right. Face the wall right here to the left of the door.
Okay.
Go ahead, step on in. We'll be in here for a few hours.
Okay.
All rise. Honorable Anthony Villalobos is now presiding. Court is now in session.
Formally calling the matter of J. Jordan, INF 187000325. Counsel, state your appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Douglas G. on behalf of the defendant, J. Jordan, who is present.
Stephen Sorensen for the people. Good evening.
All right, records reflect Ms. Jordan is present in custody. Counsel, you can proceed.
This case is about choices. The choice the defendant made to drink alcohol, smoke marijuana, drive a car, and kill. Made a choice to put the entire motor operating public at risk. Made a choice to be more concerned with their personal life and responding to a text message than keeping people safe. Ana Fernanda Cardenas was only 17, was never given a choice. Was she given the choice to graduate from high school, go to college, get married, have children, raise a family? No, the defendant took that away. The consequences and the aftermath of the defendant's choices did not stop there. The community lost Ana Fernanda Cardenas, but so did her parents. They don't get that chance to watch their daughter graduate from high school or go on to college, all taken from them. The defendant drove knowing she was going to a school, knowing the heavy presence of human life. She chose her destination like aiming at a target. No different than her taking out a gun and firing it into a crowd full of people. The consequences of the defendant's choice didn't end with the death of Miss Ana Fernanda Cardenas. That was only the beginning of her devastation. During the course of her destruction, a sister, Miss Anna Isabel, also 17, had to be airlifted. Doctors had to amputate her leg. And then there's the lucky ones. The ones who got to live, to be brought away, transported by ground, then by airlift. Mr. Ryan Contreras was in the car with Miss Cardenas, and he only suffered a head wound. Mr. Anthony Bramer was also in the car, and he only suffered a broken arm. The defendant broke their bodies, and they're considered to be the lucky ones. Why should it be the defendant who's the lucky one? There needs to be consequences to someone who chooses to do this sort of prohibited behavior, then selfishly puts everyone at risk. We're asking the court to make the choice that our community deserves and demands, that justice requires. The defendant deserves a maximum punishment allotted by law, 22 years in state prison.
And Mr. G, would the defense like to be heard at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, we're here today for the sentencing, the People versus J. Jordan. It's often been said that if you have a gain, there must be a loss. If you have a winner, there must be a loser. Your Honor, truthfully, here we have nothing but losers and we have nothing but loss. Ms. Jordan, during these whole proceedings, has been very remorseful. If she could, she would kindly take her spot in that car so her friend, her acquaintance, would be here today. She would kindly change positions with Ana Isabella, as well as Ryan, and as well as Anthony. She suffered loss too. She understands that she has done wrong, and she's willing to accept what this court will give her. She is very, very regretful she did drink that day, that she did smoke weed that day. But is it really her fault, or is it society's, that makes it so easy for any age to get alcohol, for any age to get marijuana? These are foreseeable things. That does not take away from her individual responsibility. However, it's a moment's indiscretion that has changed many, many lives and many, many families. We've already lost a life. Some person has lost their leg. Some person has broken their arm. But let's not throw away another life. Your Honor, she's just 18. She's admitted guilt at an early stage. I have seen something in this person that deserves a second chance. And we ask the court, we beseech the court, we throw ourselves on the mercy of this court. Please give her that second chance. We could never bring back Ana Fernanda. But let's not throw away J. Jordan also. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anything further by either counsel or the defendant before I proceed with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, please stand.
I just want to say how remorseful I really, truly am, and how sorry I am to the family, and how I never, ever, ever in my life would ever intend to hurt anyone in the ways I did, ever, in any way. And everything that Doug said was very true, and I was planning to go to college, and I had good grades, and this was just horrible, and I never intended for anything like this to happen. Thank you.
All right, counsel, is there any legal reason why I cannot proceed at this time with sentencing?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Jordan, if you can please stand. You are charged with count 1, a violation of Penal Code Section 191.5, gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, with also enhancements of causing personal great bodily injury to Ms. Ana Fernanda Cardenas, age 17, Ms. Ana Isabel Cardenas, also a personal infliction of great bodily injury to Ryan Contreras, and personal infliction of great bodily injury to Anthony Bremer. So, ma'am, I have heard your excuse and your apology. I have heard your counsel, but I do have the discretion of granting you low term, mid-term, or high term. Unfortunately, here I see no mitigating circumstances. You were texting while driving, you were drinking while driving, and you were under the influence of marijuana while driving. As such, you'll be sentenced to the upper term of 10 years state prison. In addition to that, you will receive an additional 3 years for personal infliction of great bodily injury on Ana Isabel Cardenas. Receive an additional 3 years for great bodily infliction on Mr. Ryan Contreras. An additional 3 years for great bodily injury infliction on Anthony Bremer. In addition, there's another enhancement. You receive an additional 3 years for causing great bodily injury to Anabel Cardenas, an additional 1 year for causing great bodily injury to Ryan Contreras, an additional 1 year for inflicting great bodily injury on Anthony Bremer, for a total of 22 years state prison. Now, ma'am, unfortunately, I cannot sentence you to more. You took someone's life here. If it was up to me, I would sentence you to life for what you've done. The fact that counsel stated that you could easily get drugs and alcohol easily, it is not a defense. When you took the keys to that car and started driving it, and once you were under the influence of alcohol and drugs, that's what we call transferred intent. So you intended by driving that car to kill somebody else. Now, you'll have to serve 85% of your 22 years, which is 18 years and 8 months. You'll be released at approximately 37 years old. At that time, you will still be able to make your own life. Unfortunately, Ms. Cardenas, who you killed, will not be able to make a life of her own. You will be able to go to school, you'll be able to start a family, you'll be able to have a family. She will not. However, I ask that hopefully when you are released, that you'll make the best of your life, that you'll remember what you took from these people, how many families you devastated with your actions, and that when you are released from prison, that you will find some way to make up for what you have done. At this time then, you will be sentenced to state prison for a total of 22 years. I order that you be transported forthwith to Department of Corrections for housing in the state prison system for 22 years. May God have mercy on your soul.